Notes and not you, buddy. You're not getting nothing.
Still, we must have a little cold. Hey, good job, by the way.
Good, how are you?
Good. John got to have his first Christmas with a new baby.
No, where was she?
Right when I started. 2 weeks.
We're on delay.
So you are live and you're recording, and so you're ready whenever you are.
Give it 2 more minutes.
Yeah, it's a little slow.
Okay, we'll go ahead. I was just trying to see if the other candidate.
He's in
Playing
default. He's in default.
Just playing back, we're hearing the voices. We're hearing the playback.
Okay, I think it's good now.
It's good now?
We'll have to unmute it when someone wants to talk though. So if they raise their hand, they're talking, then I'll mute.
No, it's great. I was just hearing an echo from my respect. Okay, let's call the meeting to order tonight. This is the special meeting of the Town Council of the City of Town of Apple Valley. And we'll begin with pledge of allegiance and roll call. Would you join me, please? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. We'll have a roll call now.
Mike McLaughlin here.
Dale Beto here.
Paul Edwardson here.
Marty Lisenby here.
You're muted, Debbie.
Debbie Kopp here.
We're still hearing the feedback. Any declaration of conflict of interest? Any conflict of interest for anybody?
No,
Nope. Nope. Mayor's town update. Mary, you want to address that?
No, let's skip over that.
Any declaration of conflict of interest? Any conflict of interest for anybody?
No, I don't.
no,
Nope. Mayor's town update. Mary, you want to address that?
No,
Just 1 minute, folks. We're having a little bit of technical trouble.
I can hear you fine but I thought I already said no to that question.
Okay.
Okay, you guys are now? Okay, we're going to skip Mayor's Town update. We'll hold that. Mayor is excused tonight. He's at home with his family, trying to avoid COVID. So we're going to put that back to the next meeting. First agenda item is discussion, action, and possible action on appointing a planning commissioner member. We have 3 applicants who have applied for the planning commission: Richard Fisher, Margaret Osowski, and Kevin Sayer. Mr. Fisher is on vacation. Mr. Sayer is present. And Mrs. Osowski, are you with us online? I don't see her online and she's not present.
Yes, I am.
Oh, there you are.
Yeah.
I'm seeing you. I'm not seeing her show up. Let's, first of all, thank you guys for putting in your application. We appreciate when the town takes interest in the town and helping us manage the affairs of the planning commission. We're going to start by opening up some discussion with council members. If they've got any comments they want to make about any of the applicants.
I do.
Debbie?
Yes, I think I would like to put Margie Osowski up for the position because she has attended every planning commission meeting, every town council meeting, and SSD meetings. She does more research than I think any candidate up for the position, and she's also applied for this position several times. We may not all like her methods, but nobody's going to do the work like she will.
Okay, thank you. Anyone else?
I think we should hear from the applicants that are present or online. Let them tell us why they
Yep,
want it.
we can just get through the discussion first, and we will. Any questions from council?
I do.
Okay.
I think it was for Kevin, I believe.
Let's invite Kevin Sarah up to the podium, and we'll hear from him first, and we'll hear from the other applicants. Mr. Sarah, if you can state your name and your address, we appreciate it.
Kevin Sarah, 893 Foothill Drive.
Before we begin, any questions, Mr. Sarah, do you have any comments you'd like to share with council?
Okay, whatever they want to know.
Okay,
I just was wondering if there was a mistake on one of the questions on here.
Well, that's possible. I didn't have my glasses on.
So on the qualifications, on the last one, it says, I have not been convicted of a felony. You wrote no. You crossed in no.
I have not been convicted of a felony.
Okay. So that's-
Yes, you have not been. Yes, I have not been, yeah.
It's not a confusing question.
No, I have not been.
I didn't think you
That's a
had been,
confusing
but
question,
I
yes.
thought I'd better ask that just to make sure.
Yes, I've never been in jail. in my
Because
life.
it's answered one way on here, so I thought I'd better
We'll correct it.
correct it
Please,
there
thank you.
on that. So, okay.
okay.
So you have not been, okay.
Any other questions from council members? Debbie?
No,
Mayor?
sir.
Mayor?
No, I appreciate Kevin's willingness to help us out, and Margie as well. So I don't have any questions.
Okay,
I might
Sarah?
talk to you, Kevin, earlier.
Okay. Volume turn, you're so good. I really can't hear you very well. But I'm older than these guys, so it's like a match, yeah.
I'll try and
Mr.
speak.
Chair, we appreciate it. You'd like to sit down, we'll call on the next applicant. Mrs. Oski?
Yes,
Yep, there you are.
yep.
Do you have anything you'd like to share with the council?
Well, I've tried several times for this position. It's probably more than any of these candidates, and I never get picked. But I do a lot of research, and I do know the codes. And that's all I can say. You guys have all heard my speech time and time again, so I don't see any reason going over it again.
Okay. Mayor, any questions for Mrs. Oski?
No, I don't.
Debbie?
No, no, sir.
Mike? Paul? Good. Okay, thank you, Mrs. Oski. Richard Fisher is notified that he's still on vacation, so we won't have anything from him. We've heard one comment from Debbie about recommending Mrs. Osowski to the planning commission. Any other recommendations?
Why did,
Any other discussion, I should say, before we make a motion?
I don't think we need to make a motion. We can just all verbally say the name that we were looking for, and then we can make a motion at that time. But at some point, we got to take a straw poll, I think, but how do you want to do it?
Okay, well, let me take a minute. I'd like to comment on Richard Fisher. I love you, Kevin. Richard, I think, has been really good in his volunteer capacity for the city. He's tireless in donating his time to the town, and is always willing to donate that time. I've been in meetings many times where he's given clarification, since he is in the business of building and contracting and has great experience in that area, where he has advised us and advised us very well. So I think that he would serve us very well on the planning commission.
Okay, thank you. Michael, anything?
Um,
Anything else?
I just thinking of Kevin. Kevin's also served on town capacity, and he's also worked as a code enforcer, and he's done a lot for the town. So I feel he's also a good candidate. So
Well, it's nice to have a problem of having good candidates. Mrs. Osowski, I tend to agree that she has been passionate about wanting to serve the community and put in her time, and I think that says a lot about what is needed from our community. I think it's also important to recognize, though, what our needs are in the planning commission, and I would entertain a motion if somebody would like to put a motion forward for a candidate.
I would like to make
Put
a
it to vote.
motion to nominate Margaret Osowski.
Do I have a second? I'll second that. We put it to a vote.
Aye.
Mayor?
Nay.
Nay.
Aye, so defeated 3-2. Motion does not carry. Do I have a motion for another candidate?
I'll make a motion for Kevin Sayer.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
We have a second. Begin with a vote. Mike?
Aye.
Mayor?
Aye.
Nay.
Nay.
I said aye. I don't know if you heard.
I did. No. Motion does not carry. Do I have a motion for the third applicant?
Nominate Richard Fisher.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Begin with a vote. Debbie?
Nay.
Mayor?
Aye.
Mike?
Aye.
Paul?
Aye.
Vote carries 3-1. Mr. Fisher will be our new planning commission member. We thank the applicants and we thank the council for taking action on this. We'll move on to discussion of possible action on ordinance 2020-26, an ordinance creating the office of town administrator and appointing a town administrator. Creating position and appointing the town administrator. Mayor, would you like to bring us up to speed on this one?
Yeah, we need to, I hired John to be the town administrator to carry a few more duties than possibly that Ben even did. And, but in order to give him that position, we really need to create the position by ordinance, according to our attorney. And he's reviewed this paperwork and feels like it's in order. And so I'm just asking for us to let him be an administrator. The duties are spelled out. We've put a flow chart in here as far as where the duties, who answers to who, trying to organize, who's in charge of the office a little bit better to allow for better organization. And it's a work in progress, and but his duties are spelled out in there. It doesn't lock us in, in any way, but it does spell out what his duties would be. So.
Okay, discussion amongst members? Anybody have
No,
questions?
okay with it.
Okay, we have a motion to advance.
I make a motion that we pass ordinance 2020-26 for creating the office of town administrator and appointing town administrator.
I'll second that.
And the town administrator is
John
Barlow. Okay, vote beginning with Debbie.
Aye.
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 Mayor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Carries 5-0. John, congratulations. Appreciate your help. Next item is discussion of possible action of authorizing large purchase by Big Plains Water District for a mobile backup generator. I think we've reviewed this and they've gone through those motions. I think Ross Gregory actually purchased one out of his own pocket and basically going to transfer that. I believe that's the way they did that to the purchase of by Big Plains Water District. I don't think there's any issues with that. Is there, Mayor?
No, the purchase, just so everybody's clear on it, actually comes out about $7,500, and we're trying to give them allowance of about $2,500 because the generator's on skids. And so we need to, purchase or build a trailer underneath it so it can be transported from pump to pump. This is going to allow, and it also allows a little bit of money for electrical, because even though you have a generator, you've still got to have a cord that goes and plugs into that pump. And so each well house has to have some type of electrical work to accept this power in the case of an outage. And so the district been working for the last year, upgrading all the pumps to the same 3-phase pump. This is a 3-phase generator that will help operate those pumps if we have a down. And they approved or recommended approval of this by the town council in their last meeting. And so we're just catching up and saying we should approve it and allowing them another $2,500 to outfit the unit to make it serviceable.
And I did visit with Ross this morning. We were able to find them a trailer, so I think they're ready to go.
How big is this thing anyway? How much does it weigh?
It weighs about 7,000 pounds. Weighs about 7,000 pounds. Okay, can we have a motion to move forward?
We authorize purchase by Big Plains Water District for the mobile backup generator and associated funds.
Second. Debbie?
Aye.
Aye.
Mayor?
Aye.
Mike?
Aye.
Aye. Carries 5-0. We're authorized to make that purchase. We will now open up the table for public comments, the room for public comments, and those on the screen with us live.
Yes, I'd like to make a public comment.
If you could give us your name and your address, we'd appreciate it.
Yes, my name is Shamim Monshizada. My address is 1722 North, Juniper Circle.
Welcome.
And my public comment is if I don't know Richard Fisher, I just heard from the meeting today that he's a builder. And that is, I was wondering if Mr. Fisher understands that he will be required to refrain from making a decision on any planning commission items if there's a conflict of interest. I'm wondering if the town council is aware of this and if Mr. Fisher is aware of this.
I won't speak for Mr. Fisher and I won't speak to the rest of the council members, but I will say that we all understand the realm of a conflict of interest. We do all experience, and I also as a developer experience some conflict of interest from time to time. That would be part of his training and education to ensure that he understands that. From what little I do know of Mr. Fisher, I would believe he's very much aware of that.
Can you tell me about the training and experience that you're referring to that he would receive?
The state.
I'm sorry?
I'd like to answer to that.
State requirements.
I didn't hear her question.
She wants to know his qualifications.
I think you said something about his training, did you not?
Yes, you said that from all of our training and experience, and I am assuming that you were referring to his specifically. I don't know if being part of the planning commission it involves going to a class or something before he goes there. I'm just wondering where this training and experience derives from and how that will help him identify any conflicts of interest.
Right. My name is Paul, and I made that comment. The training he has is in related fields of zoning, building, and that kind of thing. And the assistance that he's given us many times in public meetings, both in town council and planning commission meeting, have when there's been a question about a legality of something or a procedure, he has had answers for us. So what I'm saying is that he's very, very well versed in land use based on his personal experience.
Okay,
I
so
think
this
your
is,
question was more,
yes, go ahead.
I'm sorry, I think your question was more about his training as a planning commission member, was it not?
It's regarding anything that you can tell me. I don't know anything about him, and I'm just worried that because he is a builder, that he may make decisions on planning commission items that may benefit him as a builder and not necessarily the interests of the town.
Good question. There is a reason there's a 5-member committee and not a 1-man committee, so that those types of conflicts can be avoided. There are state training programs that both members of the planning commission and council member are required to attend. And that's where the training that I was alluding to. In addition to that, the planning commission and the city council will have work sessions to ensure that we're meeting the requirements from the state level as well as our local level. And that's what I was alluding to.
Okay, I think that's what I was asking about in the first place, but I got more information from everybody. When are these
Okay.
when are these going to happen for him? When he comes back from vacation?
I'll get with John Barlow and get that schedule. And if you'll contact John next week, give him your email address, I'll provide some of the information to you.
Okay, and who is speaking?
Sorry.
The mayor's trying to say something as well when you.
Mayor, you have something?
Yeah, let's go ahead and answer her question though. She's asking, that's Dale Beto that was speaking last.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't hear that.
So,
I'm having a little trouble hearing it, so.
but I wanted to answer one of her questions. I've been doing this for about, was it going on over 2 years now, and we have yet to have a conflict of interest with him as a builder. He builds individual homes on someone's lot, and he's not a developer that's out there, doing development as far as subdivisions and things like that. And that's where a conflict would come in. He's not in there typically doing a zone change except on behalf of, like he was the one that represented Farrar's on their zone change at their request because he's the contractor doing, put in their roads and things like that. But it was on the behalf of someone else. But, those are moments, where there's a conflict. He could say that I'm the, developer, or I'm the contractor on this project and I'm acting on behalf of the owner and they're asking for this or that. But even at that, because he's a developer, I think disclosing it's enough, but I'm not even sure that's a conflict to vote against that particular kind of a zone change because it's a request of the landowner himself. But he's not a developer that's going to come out and, put in 300 or 400 homes and vote everything his way so he can do that. He's a one-time, one at a time kind of a builder. But because he has that knowledge and experience, he's been really valuable to the town and willing to help us out. He's on a roads committee. He also reviews building permits for us. He reviews road access he's one of the people we give on lot splits and things like that. We give him the plat to review for roads and any issues on those kind of things. So he's a knowledgeable person to have on that, on the PC.
Any other questions, Shamim?
No other questions. I simply don't know Mr. Fisher. So, and from the comments, while the voting was happening, it didn't sound like he was a developer. Whether he's a developer or a builder or a handyman, it doesn't matter to me, just as long as he understands what conflict of interests mean and if he's willing to be honest about when those appear for him and when they do not, in his capacity as part of the Planning Commission. That's all I wanted to say.
Okay, thank you very much. Anyone else? Okay, if there's no more public comments, and we'll close the public comment session. And move to Mike's favorite part. Take a motion to close the session.
Okay, so we didn't have any request for closed session?
No.
Okay.
No.
So I make a motion that we adjourn.
Second.
And
Debbie?
Aye.
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 Aye. Meeting's adjourned. Happy holidays, everyone.